Hey guys and gals, what's up? Today I'll be talking about a movie called Flesh for the Inferno. Now this came out in 2015, right? Check this out, man. I really like this movie, man. I'm gonna tell you why. This really brought back the days, I would say in the 80s, where we have these Italian horror movies that's kind of like, when they have like the young adults in it, partying, having fun. You know how the Italian horror movie does it, with the expectation type of thing. Kind of like Demon 1, Demon 2, for example. Or, Black Voodoo, I think you call it. It's one of those zombie movies where the young adults have to, working on plantation, for example. And they had to face zombies and stuff. Or Ghost House, for example. The first one. So, Flesh for the Inferno kind of has that Italian vibe to it, Italian horror vibe to it, with the color and the music and the stupid silly plot lines, Really enjoyed this movie. But check this out. These nuns, right, they knows about one of the father, the priest that runs the school. They found out that he molested one of the boys. And they want to tell him to put his collar down, give himself up. And the priest got mad. He said he wasn't going to give himself up pretty much. So he took a gun and killed one of the nuns. He took the other 3 nuns and sent them down to the basement and put them inside the wall, and he put bricks over them so they would never come out the wall. And then the nuns said, I will renounce God, because if God will forgive somebody like you, that someone, if people believe you, that someone that caused a crime, then she would rather renounce God and be with Satan instead. So many years later, after that situation, many years later, you got some young adults decided to clean the old church to be rebuilt, and now this caretaker, right, they watch the place. Once you got these young adults, they're like cleaning the church, and each of them have their own personalities. One is bitchy, one is like educated, bitchy, like it's like typical horror horror like young adult horror personalities you see in a lot of horror movies, pretty much. Nothing new with that part. But once they start cleaning, one of the girlfriends of the guy decided to look through the wall, and her eyes been plucked out pretty much, and the nuns end up being free. The killer nuns, and they'll start killing these young adults or anybody that's inside the church. Start killing them, and they start wondering, and one of them start wondering, why are you doing this? It's pretty much you quick to judge the heavens, like judge the heaven, judge God or judge whatever. It's one of those moments. But I kind of like the bloody, gory scenes. I like the kill scenes with these killer nuns. And like I said, if you see these Italian-style horror movies during the 80s era, then you know what I'm talking about. So, all in all, really enjoyed it. I like how the movie progressed, and they start revealing more about the nuns, and start revealing more about what happened to that priest, by the way, and who the caretaker is. Like I say, really enjoyed Flesh for the Inferno. Like I say, I highly recommend it. I should definitely check it out. Anyway, peace, guys, and see you later.